article from CNN that I saw, and the article is about the concept of time. And they were saying that, and this isn't me talking crazy. This is a CNN article. They were saying that the concept of time is basically gone because there is no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's only today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Because every day is basically the same in quarantine. If you're one of the essential workers who nothing has changed, then yeah, your weekends are pretty similar and all that stuff. Your days are pretty similar. But for me, there is no difference in Thursday and Monday. Absolutely no difference. There's really no difference between, Friday and Monday. And back in the day, Friday was like the day, And even sleep schedules. So we see a lot of people, and I'm the same way. I've done this as well. And I'm sure you have too. So if you have, please let me know via Twitter or Instagram or whatever. I got an eyelash in my eye. But I'm going to persevere. The concept of time is gone because we aren't in these bubbles of you have to be at this place from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So therefore, you don't have to go to sleep at a certain time because you can do like whatever at any time. Like I used to go to sleep. I'll tell you this right now. A month before the quarantine, a month before COVID happened, we'll say January, I was going to sleep every night before 9 p.m. 10 p.m. was the latest. I was in bed between 8:30 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. because I knew I had to wake up at like 5 a.m., because I knew I had to go to the gym, because then I knew I had to drive to work, because then I knew I had to be at work before 8, because then I knew I had to eat lunch at noon, and then I had to drive home at 5, and then I had to eat lunch at 6. Everything was linear. Everything was already decided for me before I even woke up. Once all that's removed, I don't have to do any of that stuff. And it's crazy how much it shifted from 9 p.m. I'm lucky if I'm asleep before 2 a.m. It is shocking how quick my sleep schedule is totally evaporated. And this has only been a thing for like a month, this quarantine or whatever. And my days are so different because just that societal norm of the linear kind of your structured day or whatever, just that being gone has changed everything for me. And I'm not waking up much later. I'm waking up at about 8. I'm waking up at about 8:30, something like that. But there is no guideline. There is no, I don't even set an alarm. I don't set an alarm because I don't have to be anywhere. I'm working remotely. I need to be up, but I get up anyways. I'm not going to sleep till noon. So before, where I'm sleeping from 8:30 or 9 p.m. to 4:30 a.m., I'm now sleeping from about 2:30 a.m. to 8, somewhere in there. And then I wake up and just do my day. And I've noticed that my eating patterns are so different. Like before, I'm eating every single day at the same time, right? And maybe you do this as well. Before quarantine, I was eating at 6 a.m. when I got out of the gym. I would eat a snack at like 10:30. I would eat lunch at about 12:30. I would eat dinner at about 5:30. Every single day. Now I wake up, have my coffee. If I'm hungry, I'll eat. If I'm not hungry, I won't eat. And then if I eat lunch or something, usually around like 1:30, 2, I'll probably get like hungry. And then at dinner, I'll probably get hungry around 6:30 or 7. Could change. It's all just kind of feel. And it's just wild how this article is so right. Is that these concepts of time, these days of the week, your daily schedule, they're just kind of gone. Do you feel like that? Do you feel like your days are running together? Do you feel like there is no such thing as a Wednesday? There is no such thing as a Monday. There is no such thing as a, whatever. I remember when I used to, at my previous job, there was a receiving warehouse. And every single day, I had to walk through there to get to my office. And every single day, the lady at the front of the receiving office, every day, I would walk in, and either she or I would initiate conversation with saying the day of the week. And the whole point was like, had that many days till Friday. So I'd walk in and be like, Tuesday, only a couple more days. Or Thursday, we're almost there. Or Wednesday, halfway. Or Monday, what happened to the weekend? Stuff like that. And it's just such a crazy way. Like, that's the whole point of what I've been saying for the past 30 minutes. Is that it's such a crazy shift. And maybe it's just me. I got a feeling it's not. But it's such a crazy shift to be like, all right, Monday. And what that means, Monday 2 months ago means start of the week. It means you're so far away from Friday. It means, you got this many more days of work. It means A, B, and C. And now Monday doesn't mean A, B, and C. Monday just kind of is another day. It's just kind of like, I'm, as crazy as it sounds, I'm kind of like back in the old days of, it's just the sunset. Like, that's my rotation. It's like the sun is up, the sun is setting. I'm not living in this like Monday world, this Tuesday world, this Wednesday world. And it feels weird because I can feel myself disconnecting from that super linear life. And I don't even know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I really don't. I've never even vocalized this, and it's kind of weird that it's being vocalized on this podcast. And I guess it's just going to be a thing because But like I have vocalized this, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm like, if I can just go back in the box. I feel like I'm out of the box. I feel like I'm de-chained or something. I feel like they let me run free, and eventually they're going to try and put me back in the box. And I'm saying me a lot, but I mean just us in general. Like right now they're saying, okay, work remotely, kind of do your own thing, kind of exist in this super free, super open universe. And then eventually they're going to say, okay, we're back to normal, baby. I need you at this desk for 8 hours. I need you on this linear time frame. Mondays are back. I don't know if that's going to work for a lot of people. I think now that a lot of people have seen kind of what it is, and kind of seen life, and kind of seen this new way of looking at time and stuff, I don't know if a lot of people will be able to go back in the box. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't open up. I'm not saying that we shouldn't go back to normal. I think there just needs to be some kind of like balance. There needs to be some kind of I don't know. There needs to be some kind of new progression in how we live, or this new progression of how we schedule our days, or this new progression of how we just exist. And some people, I think, need that linear schedule, but for me, it's been pretty freeing, and it's been pretty powerful. It's been pretty strong to see, and it has me in a very different mindset, I would say, than previous. And I didn't know this podcast was going to get so reflective, but I know a lot of stuff is hard for me to really care about. It's hard for me, just like I said with politics. It's hard for me to really care about what Joe Biden's doing with this new kind of unscheduled, unregulated existence. Back when everything is super regulated and super scheduled and super linear, yeah, you're pretty tuned in to who's doing the regulating, who's doing the scheduling, who's all those constructs. But now it's like, well, I mean, whatever, it's not really affecting me, I guess. And it's just a weird way of living, and it's just been very different. But I thought it was interesting that CNN, or a major news corporation, was kind of talking about this absence of time, this absence of days, this absence of a schedule, because that's something I've been feeling and I've noticed, and we've talked about on this podcast. The free range. We're like free range chickens, and now they're going to eventually put us back in the coop. And I don't know if we can go back in the coop now that the chickens walked around. Now that the chickens have kind of stretch their legs, it's pretty hard to go back in the coop. And so I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about kind of how you've navigated this thing, man. How you've navigated this unregulated, non-linear lifestyle that a lot of us have been forced to live. What has it done for you? Has your sleep schedule changed? Has your eating habits changed? I mean, I eat probably a third amount of the food that I was eating because I'm just, it's not like this structure. Like, it's over dramatic, I guess, but when you're in a prison system or something, or you're in a camp, or you're in a place where it's so scheduled, you just do the schedule. Once you get out of the camp, we'll use summer camp instead of a prison. So summer camp, you wake up, they ring the bell, you eat breakfast, you go do whatever, you eat lunch, you do whatever, you do dinner, that's it. When you leave summer camp, you don't stay on the same schedule. You only did that schedule because you were in the camp. So how do you feel that this has affected your schedule?